Daily Bugs, how are you doing today? It makes me happy that you chose to revisit my channel. The end of days is drawing near, says Blackrock. Something more thrilling has happened, and I can't wait to tell you everything. Relating to the European digital asset law, Ripple published an article about MiCA in April. What followed will surprise you. The purpose of these legal frameworks is to facilitate institutional adoption, which is the desired outcome. Why, to put it plainly, if this industry is going to get 10 trillion, then people in charge ought to be acknowledged. We need to open this section in order to obtain a key that will allow all the necessary participants to go live. Many of them are already thinking about and making plans for regulations, so when we give the green light, they will have use cases ready to go. This is why many onlookers insist that doing nothing is the best course of action. Take rules as an example. It would indicate that they are in agreement that this industry need regulation. Very well done. Once we have regulations in place, they must then devise the practical applications. No. The most common misunderstanding begins there. The regulations have already been implemented by these groups. A chain reaction has begun. Excavation has begun. You can see some real-world uses for them here. All they're waiting for is the green light. With that realization, it's essentially done. Excellent. Prioritizing institutional adoption is now possible. Imagine a situation where I narrated what happened when we flipped the switch. Sure, I get it. In response to the report, members of the XRP community scoffed and exclaimed, "There's no way that's a real arm." Following that, the narrative continued to circulate. On the other hand, what if I told you that someone has responded, "We will address that situation promptly"? However, the Cryptus Bulletin is available at the Empire for your perusal. On the way, intelligent budgeting 550%. This is the proportion of institutional investors that intend to increase their cryptocurrency holdings in the next 2 to 3 years, according to the survey. It is possible that 2023 was the year digital assets finally made an impact in the unstable world of conventional banking. This is particularly peculiar given that these companies are investing in XRP, a prominent cryptocurrency. Also, 81% of investors, up from 62% currently, will have put 1% of their assets into cryptocurrency in the next 2-4 years, according to our predictions. That being the case, institutional funding will keep coming in. The number of institutional investors involved exceeded 270. Below, in the fund space, attempts to tokenize money market funds and treasuries have been really successful, and I think it would be interesting to observe this area. Prime broking, liquidity provider connectivity, steady coin support, and lending and borrowing against crypto all work together to achieve a single goal. In other news, the XRP ledger is getting cryptocurrency. And yet, most of these capabilities are already in development at Ripple, and the XRP ledger will also usher in that revolutionary shift in lending and borrowing. Furthermore, Ethereum ETFs have substantially increased crypto adoption among institutional investors. In case anyone was wondering, the following ETFs are listed below. Cryptocurrencies, stable currencies, and tokenization come to mind when we consider this in the context of the digital asset market. Earlier this year, we created our tokenized fund. This comes from Blackrock, the biggest tokenized fund in the world right now. In this very second, if I'm wrong, this doesn't appear to prove anything. Please tell me. This is hardly breaking news. Now that we have a more engaging topic to discuss, 7 nations are reportedly conducting tokenization tests. Each of the 3 tokenization projects spearheaded by Goldman Sachs this year, as the tokenization market was taking shape, BlackRock raised $100 million to launch the digital asset fund on the Ethereum platform. The value of government assets housed on blockchain has increased significantly over the last 12 months, if this trend continues. That trend is here to stay, and it might even accelerate in the future. I am eagerly anticipating the first trillion as the pivotal milestone. There will be a dramatic shift in the cryptocurrency and tokenization industries when that happens. There is Larry Fink, though. BlackRock predicts that asset tokenization will significantly alter market dynamics. Although exchange-traded funds ETFs are still in their infancy, we have seen directly the dramatic change in investing that has ensued since their introduction. The way individuals invest will be drastically changed by exchange-traded funds ETFs, according to our prediction. The entire environment shifts when you consider it. Larry Fink is available to provide further details. Tokenizing financial assets is something our BlackRock team is considering as a possible game changer. As a result, practically every bond and stock will have one. Tokenization allows us to tailor our approaches for each user, which is vital, and early adopters will also have their own unique IDs and numbers in addition to a centralized ledger. This bears repeating because, if we are to engage in an open and frank discussion regarding institutional adoption and the policies that encourage it, an incredible thing will transpire. A deluge of funds will start flowing onto the chain in the following few seconds. I am not trying to sell you an old automobile or anything, these places are all set up. Everything is set up. Why are you shocked that these institutions are suddenly making a big deal out of tokenization when they have been exploring potential uses for at least 3 years running? That is why this is taking place. They are already present there. They have more than 10 years of experience in this field. Prepare everyone. Institutions are also beginning to pay attention to DeFi. As part of its foray into asset tokenization, BlackRock has invested $100 million into the Ethereum C fund. It was nonetheless quite significant, even though the major theme was institutional disobedience. The root of the issue is non-compliance by institutions. But that was just a few days ago. On July 26, major financing, says BlackRock, is still in the works. So far, they have not activated it. They are making the process go by faster. Just recently, at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, this was confirmed, lending credence to our concerns about BlackRock's tokenization plans and ETFs. It is in no way a significant amount. That is in stark contrast to the regional potential of these institutions. According to BlackRock, this marks the tipping moment. Is everything okay across this area? Wow, the smoking dog deserves a well done for this. Believe me when I suggest that the major change is on the horizon. A lot of folks don't realize that the change is actually happening. Blockchain technology isn't just a concept, it's being utilized in official documents to describe the impending financial system that major nations and organizations are preparing to construct. You can count on the switch being switched on shortly. Big companies are now prepared to use blockchain technology, and this is the turning point. Is it doable for banks to satisfy customers and grow from there? To answer your question, yes. In 2024, systemically significant institutions will revert to their previous systems. Franklin Templeton, JP Morgan, and HSBC are among them. Now that Wall Street has developed blockchain apps, they are testing them in the real world. And look at this. The implementation of new blockchain-based technologies by several big financial institutions indicates a speed up until 2024, which is in line with the current recovery of Bitcoin firms. Some of these companies are HSBC Holdings, Franklin Templeton, and JP Morgan Chase. This is of utmost importance. Very well done. As XRP moved from 100,000 to 100,000, a funny changeover incident happened. It is just ridiculous, you know. Seeing these blockchain-based use cases go live and reap the huge financial rewards will truly change the game. Furthermore, when will we see the introduction of regulation, if any? Mica made an unexpectedly big splash. Moving forward, everything will be in perfect harmony with Mica. A huge institutionalization within the bounds of legality is about to take place in this domain. The focus will be on the future monetary system that uses blockchain technology to tokenize all possible monetary assets. Eventually, on the blockchain, any type of financial asset imaginable will be tokenized. This includes derivatives, debt markets, stocks, and markets. So long as you keep an open mind, anything could happen. The fact that you've subscribed and taken the time to view my channel is greatly appreciated. Afterwards, we will meet up.